Hidi from France.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam wa barakatuh.
So I live in France and I'm planning to become a lawyer, inshallah. I will probably work in two main areas, tax law and criminal law. In tax law, my job will be to create legal financial strategies to reduce or avoid taxes for clients. And sometimes there might be calculations regarding the riba that the company received. And in criminal law, I may have to defend people accused of serious crimes, such as murder, rape, for example, where it's not always clear if the client person is innocent or guilty. My intention is also to use my profession to help and defend Muslims, inshallah, whenever it's possible. Is it permissible in Islam to work in these fields with non-Islamic law rules? Jazakallah khair for your help.
Wajazak. Basically speaking, it is not permissible to work with man-made laws that go against the Sharia. But if I live in a kafir country and I have rights I cannot obtain without such legislations, without arbitrating the issue with the legal system, in this case, it becomes permissible due to necessity. So if you are helping clients to reduce their own income taxes and what they have to pay, we know that taxes are prohibited in Islam. It is money acquired by the government against my will. And the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, Inna dima'akum wa a'radakum wa amwalakum haramun alaykum. Your wealth and your reputation and your livelihood, your blood is sanctioned. It's haram. As the prohibition of this holy lands on this holy month, on this holy day. This is what the Prophet said in the farewell khutbah, farewell hajj, and in his sermon, in the last sermon. So we know that government's taking money from my hard-earned money. This is my wealth, this is my halal. What gives you the right to take a percentage of it? This is haram. But if someone could help me reduce this legally, so instead of giving this chunk of my own hard-earned money to the government, which is taking it unlawfully, I can reduce it without lying or cheating, then this person is doing me a favor. Whatever I give him is halal money for him. So your job in this section is halal. Helping companies with the riba recordings and the likes is totally prohibited. You must not engage in that at all. Helping criminals in their defense in a court of law, if you say that, I don't know if they are rapists or murderers. As a lawyer, you have a gut feeling. If you know as a gut feeling that they are innocent and you look into the evidences and you find that they have a case and that they're innocent, then you can defend them. But if you feel that it's dodgy and no, this guy is a criminal, you cannot at all defend such people, no matter how much they give you. Imran from Austria.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh.
Sheikh, my friend got married about 2 months ago, and they still don't live together. And he was preparing his apartment, his car, and during that, the mother of the wife got cancer. Now the wife says, I cannot move in with you because I'm the only one who can take care of my mother. My friend says, no, you move in with me, and your mother moves in with me, so we live together so you can look after your mother. And the wife says, no, because my mother doesn't want to live with you, so I cannot move in with you. What should my friend do?
He has the right to ask her, if she is unable to come and move in with him, that he goes and moves with them and pay them something of rent or something of that sort. And if this is also unacceptable to him, this is not a charity organization. He got married to fulfill his needs and to have a family. And she, on the other hand, if there's no one at all to take care of her mother, it becomes an obligation upon her to do so. So there is no common ground. Either he moves in with her and live with her mother to live a married life, or if he can wait and he finds it in him possible to wait and he has the ability to wait, then that's fine. If not, divorce her or ask her to take khul' and return the mahar because it's her fault, and he goes and marries another one.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
So, Sheikh, my grandmother, basically who's my maternal grandmother, she lives with us, and we have like a joint family, and my mother, my father, and my 3 brothers also live. So, Sheikh, I am almost engaged to a man who lives in America, and he's a good practicing Muslim, and I really want to marry him. And my mother and my father also want me to marry him as well. But sorry. But once my grandmother said to me that you will not be able to come to my death if you obviously marry there because it's way too far. Otherwise, she's also happy with this, and everybody's happy, and she's also like okay with this marriage. So I don't know, but this thing kind of hit me, and and then obviously I discussed with her as well, and then she was fine and okay with this. But I don't know like how to deal with it.
There's nothing to deal with it, yani. With all due respect, we're all going to die. So this doesn't make any sense. If you leave this proposal and not marry that man, then your grandmother dies and another proposal comes, your father and mother would say the same. So you wait for them until they die. What kind of mentality is this? Who knows, maybe you'll die before them. Go and get married and move on with your life, and don't pay any attention to such whispers of shaitan. Yusuf from Sweden.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
So, Sheikh, I live in Sweden, and there isn't a lot of mosques here. There are some masajid, and I go to 2 masajid mainly, and both of them, you know, have good in them, but one of them is much more steadfast on the Sunnah. And my father, may Allah guide him, he thinks that this masjid that is more on the Sunnah, he thinks that is extreme. He thinks that it's extreme, and he does not, he says that you cannot go to this mosque. And this mosque has a lot of beneficial shuyukh and lectures and courses and so on. So would it be permissible for me to go and pray there and disobey him in this matter?
Yes, it is permissible for you to go there and disobey him, but you don't have to show it to him. Try to be diplomatic, to dodge his questions, but at the end of the day, you have to do what is more beneficial for your heart and for your Islam. Saad from Pakistan.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Assalamualaikum.
Sheikh, if in the congregation the people are not aligned by their shoulders, like some are a little in front, some are a little in back, would this have any impact on the validity of the prayer?
No, the prayer is valid even if they are not aligned. Isa from Japan.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam.
So, whenever I find a piece of paper, or if I'm at the beach and there's sand, or if I find a foggy window, I write down the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and ayat that I'm trying to memorize to practice my Islamic orthography. But if I ever throw away the piece of paper or erase it from the sand or the window, is this considered a kufr or sinful?
Erasing it from the window or from the sand, there's no problem in that at all. But throwing the paper which has the names of Allah or verses of the Quran, this is disrespecting. It's still not kufr, but it is not permissible. You have to dismantle it, shred it, or tear it to pieces so that you would protect Allah's beautiful names or the verses of the Quran.